What is up, Pinky Boy here with a new Scum 0.5 video for you, and today we will be talking about boats. So as you know, we now have boats in Scum to help us navigate the new islands and coasts on the expanded map. In this video, we will take a look at all the new boats that came with update 0.5. I will show you how to use each one of them, and I will also show you where to find boats in Scum. Before we start, if at any point you find this video fun or helpful, hit that thumbs up and leave a comment below. And if you want to win a Scum game key, leave a like on the video and comment below which new Scum boat is your favorite. When we reach 250 likes, I will choose one comment at random in the comment section below, and that person will win a Scum game key. And let's get right into it. So we have three main types of boats we can now find around the island. We have the paddle boards, the motorboats, and the big improvised raft. For the paddle boards, we have an actual stand-up paddle board and an improvised small raft that you can craft. Both are operated the same exact way, but with the paddle board you do not get storage, whereas with the improvised small raft you have a garbage bag in which you can store loot. Then we have the motorboats. There is two types of motorboats right now. These wooden ones that come in 4 different colors and have a maximum speed of 29 kilometers per hour. And we have this inflatable one with a maximum speed of 49 kilometers per hour. Both types of motorboat have storage space. And finally, the big improvised raft, which you can craft from the crafting menu. It is wind powered and also has storage space. Now, how do we drive these things? Let's start with the paddle boards. First thing you will need is a paddle. You can craft an improvised short paddle from the crafting menu, but you can also find short and long paddles on the map. If you use a short paddle, you will kneel on the paddle board. If you use a long paddle, you will stand up. As far as speed goes, whichever paddle you use, they are very similar. Now, to drive the paddle boards, have a paddle in your hand and press F on the board to enter it. W and S is to move forward and backwards. A and D is to turn left and right. The movement of the raft is not constant. You will gain propulsion or movement for each row of your paddle. It's not a big thing, but it's something to keep in mind, especially when trying to do precise maneuvers when parking the boards. Also, pressing only A or D will have you turn on the spot. Press F to get off the board, and to get access to the improvised raft storage, simply keep F pressed and select store. When leaving the boards, and this goes for all watercrafts, it will automatically anchor itself, but you can unanchor a craft by pressing F and clicking unanchor. Unanchoring a watercraft will allow you to push it around. Also keep in mind that current and wind will move around unanchored crafts. Now for motorboats. Of course, the first thing you will need is fuel in the engine. To fill or siphon a motor, press F on the motor and select the appropriate option. Now on the motorboats, if you click drive on the seats, you will be able to use the boat's oars to move the boat around. The moving commands and the principles are the same as for the paddle boards. WASD to move, and the boats will move at each row of the oars. Now to use the motor, click drive on the engine and press W or S to start the engine. Keep the key pressed until the engine starts. Then use W to go forward, S to go backwards, and A and D to go left and right. Keep in mind that you won't be able to turn unless you are giving it some gas with W or S. Press F to get off the boat, and keep F pressed to gain access to the anchor and storage. And remember to unanchor a boat to push it around, and keep in mind that wind and current will move the boats around. Also be careful, if too many people stand on the same side of the boat, it will tip over. Now for the big improvised raft. This one does not use oars or a motor, it uses a sail. And just like a real sailboat, you will be dependent on the wind's direction. So to drive the raft, press F to enter the drive position, then use W or S to lower or raise the sail, use A and D to steer left or right, and use Q or E to turn the sail. You need to place a sail in the right direction to get moving, and having wind head on in the sail will make you move backwards. You have a little arrow on top of the mast to show you where the wind is coming from. You can also use sound or the direction leaves are blowing in to determine where the wind is coming from. Of course, press F to exit the craft and keep F pressed to gain access to the storage and the anchor. Now, where do we find these things? Of course, for the small and big improvised rafts, you will need to craft them from the crafting menu. For the stand-up paddleboard, you want to be looking on beaches. They will be laying on the ground there near the water. For the wooden boats, look along the coast and riverbanks for boat sheds, docks and piers. You will find the wooden boats there. Most of them have a bit of gas in them, but you might need to bring some gasoline to get them started. Now for the inflatable boat. So far, the only place I found one was at the naval base. If you find one somewhere else, let us know in the comment section below. And that will be it for Scum boats. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, please take the time to subscribe, like this video, comment below and share. Again, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I will see you in the next one.